What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Today's video, we are going to be doing the Trading Every Player Los Angeles Lakers rebuild. I absolutely have no idea how this one slipped my mind and how I actually never ended up doing it. I saw a comment the other day. I also received a Twitter DM saying, you haven't done the Lakers yet. And I was like, yes, I have. And I went back and checked the playlist. I checked my list. And there was nothing. I don't know how this team slipped my mind. It's my apology. I'm actually surprised I didn't get more comments about it. But hey, we're going to be doing this one today. If you guys don't know the way these rebuilds work, basically every player on this team before we do start 7-year number one does have to be traded at no point in time by any of them return to this team for any sort of reason. As always, if you guys are new around here, just enjoying what you see. Something 40-something% of you guys that watch these videos are not subscribed to this channel. It would help me out a ton. I'd love to have you around here. As always, feel free to leave a like on the video and comment any other video ideas you may have down below in the comment section. So obviously LeBron, AD, two of the best players in the entire world are not going to be on this team, which really does suck. But, I'm kind of excited to do a Lakers rebuild without LeBron. It typically, most of the time, LeBron tends to stay on the Lakers rebuilds pretty much the entire time. Unfortunately, that's just not going to be happening today. So, that being said, we do have some trades to make. I'll see you guys with the first move. So, I guess we'll start it out with the big one, LeBron James. I'm actually surprised I was able to get 11 offers for him. I mean, obviously, every team would like to get their hands on him if it was possible. But typically with some of these really good players, you don't get trade offers. Then I have to do the whole thing that I do when I go into the player finder with Siri, and it's a whole mess. So, we're going to go ahead, close my eyes for this rebuild today. It's more fun that way for you guys. 3, 2, and 1. Klay Thompson and James Wiseman for LeBron James and Andre Drummond. Okay, I'm going to go over a couple things right now. Could I have gotten worse value for LeBron? Absolutely. But I kind of screwed myself in the fact that LeBron's going to be playing with Steph Curry. That sucks. A lot of people did get to see their wish on that one. I know a lot of fans. In real life, especially, some Lakers fans, I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen some Warriors fans being like, what's the possibility we get LeBron here? That would be absolutely zero. But I don't think Steph's going to end up in LA anyways. Anthony Davis is going to be next on this list for me. 3, 2, and 1. Domantas Sabonis and TJ Warren. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, but hey, I will take, having two, really solid players in today's NBA. I'm not going to, really ever deny that. So, I think I'm probably going to go ahead and just, the only position I'd really want to move around would be moving Montrezl Harrell to a power forward just because that overall shoots up a few. So I think we'll package Montrezl Harrell. Can I do all three of these guys? How many offers? I only get 3 offers, so I'll only do 2 of them. I'll do Harrell and Dennis Schroeder right now. And we will stop scrolling right here in 3, 2, and 1. And we get Malcolm Brogdon and Goga Bitadze, or however the hell you say his last name. We're just picking up a whole lot of Pacers right now, baby. How much money is he making on this contract right now? He is making, okay, it's a little bit backloaded, but again, it's not too much. My friend Kyle Kuzma here, I'm sure a lot of you guys have been watching my videos for a long time know how my thoughts about Kyle Kuzma. But yeah, we'll save those for another time. 3, 2, and 1. And we get Derek Favors, Royce O'Neal from the Utah Jazz. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, this team's kind of coming together in its own, little special way. Gasol, Taylor, and Horton Tucker are going to be next. We're kind of getting into these guys that are not going to really end up mattering as much. So we're just going to go ahead and try to get through these pretty fast. Grayson Allen, I'm not a huge fan of, but he's going to be on this team for now. Wesley Matthews, not Royce O'Neal. Wesley Matthews, Markieff Morris going to be the next 2. 3, 2, and 1. PJ Dozier. These are just some of the most insignificant trades for me. They just really never end up mattering that much. Let me go ahead and... Is Ben McLemore on this team? He is. Tim Frazier's not. Correct? I don't think Tim Frazier's on this team. I'll double check that. Can I include McKinney as well? I only have 2 trade hours. God damn it. Oh, brother. And we'll stop right now. Jakar Sampson, Keelan Martin. Cool. So what's this team looking like? Harrison's here. Tim Frazier's here. I got to fact check a couple things. I'll be back. So Alfonso McKinney's the last player I have to trade. I was just fact checking to make sure that we got everybody. So my bad. I don't memorize every team. I do like to, most of the time ensure that I do get the majority of these guys. So these guys, I believe it was like Denver and Memphis respectively. I don't really know. I don't really care. Another rule about these, if you didn't know, I can't make any other trades after I, end up trading the entire roster before, until the offseason. So this team is all set for now. It's an interesting team. I think we're probably going to be in a 9-man rotation with Sabonis not having a backup. We have a bunch of, guys on this bench that I really just don't really want to play, but the bench is definitely probably one of our weaker points. I would say that for sure. I kind of want to play Goga a little bit, but I don't. Honestly, you know what? I will. I'm going to move. Actually, Favors is going to slide down to backup power forward. He's going to be playing a lot of minutes behind Domantas Sabonis, but I'm fine with that. So I'm going to go ahead and set the rotation. So I actually decided to go ahead and run a 10-man rotation. I think it definitely comes up being a little bit better. I don't think anybody on this team is significantly good enough. I mean, besides the exception of maybe Klay Thompson and not have a backup. I mean, Sabonis is kind of in that neighborhood, but our best two backups are a backup shooting guard and backup power forward. So it kind of hurts us in that department, but I'm fine with it. We're definitely going to have to focus a lot on the bench this offseason, but for year number one, this is how it's going to look. Malcolm Brogdon, Klay Thompson, TJ Warren, Domantas Sabonis, and our new friend at center, James Wiseman, former number 2 overall pick by the Golden State Warriors. I guess technically this is rookie year because Start Today just refuses to work in 2K, and I'm pretty sure, if somebody knows this for a fact, please let me know down below in the comment section. I'm pretty sure that I saw somewhere on Twitter that they're not going to fix Start Today ever. If somebody can confirm that for me, either down below in the comment section or want to shoot me a DM on Twitter, Twitter link's always in the description. That'd be great to know because it really sucks that they're not going to fix that. You guys know me. I don't really like big men being my 6 men. I just have this weird thing about it that I don't really love it. But in a situation like this where Derek Favors is far and away the best player off our bench, I think it makes more sense, especially because, Grayson Allen is going to be backing up Klay Thompson, who's getting the most minutes on the team. So just makes a little bit sense for me. Grayson Allen, still playing significant minutes. Royce O'Neal and Shaq Harrison will play a little bit. So this is what I'm talking. Like, the bench is just really not that good. I definitely do want to work on it this offseason. But again, this team's probably not winning a championship unless, some miracle happens. But for now, that's how the squad's going to look. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 1. So I didn't think this team was going to be contending. I thought we would be in the playoffs. I definitely didn't think we'd miss the playoffs, especially, as an 11 seed. I don't get it, but, 2K has its own mind. Number 11 in the Western Conference, number 20 in the power ranking. I'm pretty sure that the New Orleans Pelicans own every first-round pick we have for about the next 23 years. So that's unfortunate. Joel Embiid is your MVP. Unfortunately, probably not going to happen in real life. Just my opinion. Not trying to piss anybody off. LaMelo Ball, Rookie of the Year, Dinwiddie, Giannis, Christian Wood, Steve Nash, 16-22 for the Brooklyn Nets, who just beat my Celtics in real life. Surprise, surprise, surprise. So, wow, LeBron. Oh, wait, never mind. I thought I didn't see them for a second. I was like, I don't know how the hell that team. I forgot to give him Drummond, too. Jesus, he puts up stupid numbers in this game. So yeah, I think we just need a little more scoring. This is what happens with Klay Thompson for me. I mean, not that 18 points is bad at all. It's not bad at all, but like I've seen him on other teams put up like, these numbers right here. So it's not that big of a difference, but I would have liked him to be our leading scorer as probably our best player. That's my opinion anyways. Feel free to disagree, but yeah, we're not in the playoffs right now. We obviously have some, additions to move on to this offseason. I think it's going to be a pretty good offseason for us. Philadelphia and Ben Simmons go on to win the NBA Finals. They beat the Denver Nuggets in 5 games. So very excited to see what we can do with this team. I think we got a lot of flexibility, which, I can't say about a ton of teams that I rebuild, especially the ones that are good. Okay, so we are projected the 8th overall pick. I'm pretty sure there's probably some protection for New Orleans on that. No, there's not, I guess. We sit at number 8. I did not go ahead, and I'll show you guys. I did not go ahead and turn off recently traded picks. Like, this is all we got. So we have a swap worse with the Pelicans, and then they just pretty much own the rest of them. So we actually had our first-round pick this year. That's not bad. Klay Thompson is making $38 million, basically, which is quite a bit of money. I don't really know what I want to do with this 8 pick. I mean, we look at some prospects on the board here. I mean, position-wise, our starting lineup's kind of fine. I don't really feel like trading up for a Cunningham, a Suggs, a Green. I wouldn't mind Kuminga low-key, but I do have TJ Warren. I don't know. Like, a part of me wants to go ahead and get, like, somebody lower, around this Jalen Johnson, Davion Mitchell area, but I just feel like I really never use guys that low, and if I do, they probably end up getting traded after a year anyways. It's just like a really tough fine line for me because they never progress, as much in these many years. So I don't know. I'm going to make a decision. I'll either see you guys in the draft or with a trade. Okay, so you guys are probably going to call me crazy for this one. It is a little crazy, if I'm being honest here. Before you freak out, let me explain my rationale to you. Klay Thompson's making $38 million next year. He's going to be 31, 32 years old. His numbers only tend to go down. It's stupid, and it's just how 2K works. But if he was putting up 23, 24 points a game, I wouldn't trade him. But he's putting up, what was it, 18 points a game? 18.5 points a game. And it's not like that's bad at all because, I mean, that's still, better than a lot of guys in the NBA do. But I'm just saying, for $38 million and a 31-year-old, I want him to be a really good number 1 option, and I don't think Klay Thompson's right there. So we're taking a different route. We're going to pick up Colin Sexton, who just had an absolutely tremendous year in Cleveland. Look, I get it's Cleveland. They don't really have much going for them. I'm sorry, Cavs fans. But it's the truth of the matter. He's 22 years old. He's 9 years younger. We also have to pick up Kevin Love. He will not be here. Do not worry. So we do have to give up a first-round pick. One of the few first-round picks we do actually have. But I think Kevin Love's hopefully going to go ahead and get me some sort of other sort of pick. That was a lot of sort ofs. I apologize about that. So if I do Love in pick 8, what are my trade options here? I can do 7 in Larry Nance Jr. Like, this might be something I'm even willing to do. Just dump that $21 extra million, whatever the situation may be. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to go with. I don't really see a reason not to. It's actually literally the perfect trade I was looking for. Another trade with Cleveland. Didn't even really think that was going to happen. So Kevin Love was literally just a rental here for about 17 seconds or whatever it was. So 7th overall pick is probably where I'm going to end up staying. We do... Oh my God, I thought I skipped over the draft for a second. I was like, holy shit. I don't really have a reason to move on from it. Luckily, the Los Angeles Lakers tend to always pretty much have a good staff. I don't really even have to do anything. Like, that's kind of the annoying thing, too, that, like, the really big market teams, like the Lakers, end up typically always having really good staffs. And look, I get it because they're a really good team. But it's just like, I don't have anything to do with the budget, you know? And, like, Frank Vogel, does he really deserve those ratings? I don't know. Like, that's iffy for me. I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but it's hard to not do well with LeBron and Anthony Davis on your team. Just my opinion. All right, so we are going to use the 7th overall pick. I probably just pissed somebody off saying Frank Vogel is not a good head coach, or not. I didn't say he's a bad head coach. I just didn't say that he might not deserve an A rating in any sort of category. Just my opinion. Cunningham, Green, Suggs, Mobley, Keon Johnson. Kuminga's still on the board. What? Okay, that makes that simple. That was kind of who I was looking for. I was going to trade up even higher to try to get him, and he fell to us, I guess, at number 7. So Jonathan Kuminga, welcome to the LA Lakers. PJ Dozier and Keelan Martin going to come back. Hopefully going to help me replenish my first-round picks now that the New Orleans Pelicans do have quite a bit of them. So we're going to go ahead and get some picks for, a lot of these guys right here. I think these 3 are definitely going to go. And then, if I make any other significant moves, I'll show you guys. All right, so I'm in a weird spot right now. I know I have half of the Indiana Pacers starting 5 right here. And I don't have a problem with it, if I'm being honest. I mean, Brogdon had a really solid year, 19 points, 4 boards, 8.5 assists. I don't have a reason to trade him. I'm excited to see what him and Sex can do in a backcourt together. The thing is that I have 3 power forwards right now. Obviously, Sabonis is not going anywhere. I think I'm leaning to trade Derek Favors just because Larry Nance Jr. is on a multi-year deal. That's kind of one of the only reasons. I believe Favors does have a player option. Yes, he does. He's going to decline it. I would almost guarantee it. Goga has a team option after this, so I don't really have a reason to move, Favors back to center. I do think this team can compete, and if I really thought that, we're going to win a championship, and even if Goga, if he didn't have a player option or a team option, I probably still would trade Favors just because, he's a little bit younger. So, I think I'm going to try to go ahead and get a backup point guard for him. If I don't see any backup point guards that I really like, I'm probably going to go ahead and just get a first-round pick for him. I'm surprised he has 3. I can get Kobe White, but I do have to give up Larry Nance Jr. Do I want to do this? It's actually not a bad idea. He had a pretty solid year last year. It wasn't great, but it could have been worse, definitely. We'd be giving up both our power forwards, which, really wouldn't, or both our backup power forwards, which wouldn't really be ideal. Or I could go to something like this route. Rubio, obviously, in the final year of his contract, I believe, as well. Yes, he is. Could get a veteran off the bench. All right, I think I'm going to do this deal. We could get Kobe White, have an extra year of team control with him, but, this Rubio deal, it also gives us an unprotected first-round pick from the Wizards, which I kind of like, and we don't have to give up both our backup power forwards. So, Ricky Rubio, welcome to the LA Lakers. You're officially going to be our new backup point guard behind Malcolm Brogdon. I believe this team is now all set. We actually didn't even realize we brought Larry Nance Jr. back to the LA Lakers. How many years was he here? Because they drafted him, correct? Yeah, they did. He was here 2.5 years here in LA for him. So, I like Larry Nance Jr. a lot, by the way. So, that's the team for now. I know we pretty much have the Indiana Pacers here. I feel like that's actually happened to me a couple times now, funny enough. But it's going to be another 10-man rotation here. I do have to make a decision on who I want to start with, TJ Warren and Kuminga. It's 95% going to be TJ Warren, but we'll have to decide on that just for the future aspect of it. I didn't even look at free agency. We obviously don't have any money here, but do we have any bird rights? Anybody? No. We're not going to be signing anybody else. See you guys at the rotation at the start of year number 2. So we're all set here at the start of year number 2 right now. The starting 5 looks very similar. Colin Sexton replacing Klay Thompson. You could say the starting 5 did get worse, and theoretically it probably did. Overall wise, it definitely did. But I really think in the long term, I prefer this method a little bit more. Yes, Colin Sexton is a free agent this offseason. We're going to have to cross that road when we get there. And no, I'm not expecting Colin Sexton to put up 25 points like he did last year. This is in Cleveland here, what we're building in LA right now. So I want to make that perfectly clear. I'm sure a lot of you might question the trade that I did make, but I actually really like the fit of Colin Sexton next to Malcolm Brogdon. So it's the decision we went with. It could work out. It might, backfire pretty heavily, but we will cross that road when we get there. I know I say that a lot. Malcolm Brogdon, Colin Sexton, TJ Warren, Domantas Sabonis, and James Wiseman. The bench definitely got better, in my opinion. Kuminga, Goga, Larry Nance Jr., Grayson Allen, and Ricky Rubio. So let's see what this team can do. I'll see you guys at the end of the second season. So we wrap up year number 2 here. A 3 seed here in the Western Conference. I will absolutely take it any day of the week. Number 4 in the power rankings. Luka Doncic in Dallas does win your MVP award. I wish it was possible just to get him in a rebuild at any point in time. I mean, I'm definitely also, I explained this in my video the other day if you guys didn't see it, or kind of skipped over, whatever it may be. A lot of you guys have been asking me to do like future rebuilds like 5-6 years down the line. I would love to. I just need to find some good draft classes for the 2022 class, 23 and 24. Because the ones I have right now, whoever created them, I mean, I'm not going to shit on anybody who created them because they definitely helped me out by, at least having a real players with real names in the draft class. But, when you draft some guys like Amoni Bates, they start out as like an 84 overall and they're an 87 overall by the time you start simming, the first year with them in rotation. And by the end of the first year, they are a 90 plus overall, putting up 28 points a game. It's just really unrealistic. And look, I get it. I don't do realistic rebuilds. I can't, I'd be, it would just be wrong for me to say that I'm blaming somebody for non-realism, but I can't have rookies like that, It doesn't make sense to me. If anybody has any good draft classes for the future, please let me know down below in the comment section. I'd be happy to do some future rebuilds. Or I could just do them with auto-generated ones, whatever you guys want, let me know. Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year in the New York Knicks. Andrew Wiggins, 6th Man of the Year. He's backing up LeBron James. Jonathan Isaac, Nick Claxton, Brad Stevens, 57 and 25. For the Boston Celtics, we go 51 and 21, and we do have a matchup in the first round with the Memphis Grizzlies. So, player stats on the year. Sexton led us in scoring. Honestly, probably, I hate to say it, better numbers statistically than what Clay would have put up. I mean, he probably didn't shoot better from 3, I would imagine. Honestly, though, he shot 40% from 3. James Wiseman shot 49% from 3. I'm sure he averaged, half of 3 a game, funny enough. So Wiseman actually was our second leading scorer. I feel like it's just like I was just going to say, it feels very Pacer-ish, the numbers we have right now. I don't want to, that's not meant to be a dig at anybody. I feel like the Pacers numbers are always just really spread out because that's how their team is in general, but we do have 3 out of the 5 Pacers starters right now. So we do have the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round. Morant, Anthony Melton, Dylan Brooks, Jaren Jackson Jr., Jonas Valanciunas. Looks like they haven't changed much of their starting 5 there in Memphis, as we do win in 7, moving on to Portland, who beat Denver in the first round. Same first-round matchup we got in real life this year. They moved Cody Zeller to the power forward spot, playing him next to Nurkic. I don't know if I love that idea right there, but hey, they're doing it. Good for you, man. We beat them in 5, moving on to us and the New Orleans Pelicans, my favorite team to play here. Kyle Lowry in New Orleans will be scary. I don't know how him and Lonzo would work in the backcourt, but that would definitely be an interesting dynamic. Nerlens Noel on to New Orleans, and we sweep them. Okay, and us and the Knicks, Cunningham, Fournier, Barrett, Randall, Mitchell Robinson. It's actually a really, really deep team. Okay, that's probably where it's coming from. I mean, it's not a bad starting 5 at all. Like it's a really solid starting 5. I don't really know how that team made it to the finals, and they beat us. All power to you, man. Good for you. I mean, I wasn't expecting to win. I wasn't even expecting to make the finals with this team, but hey, I'll take it. All right, no thank you. That would literally be turning salary cap off, that first one right there. Increase salary cap, no thank you. So draft lottery right now. We obviously don't have a lottery pick. I don't believe I traded for anything. Thunder via LA Clippers. Yeah, I don't see us anywhere. So the Charlotte Hornets end up with the first overall pick, followed by Toronto and the Indiana Pacers. Do I want a new head coach? Frank Vogel's still here. I'm probably just going to re-sign Vogel just because he probably has the best ratings, a B+ and an A-, or I can go A+ and B. Could do that. Could sign D'Antoni as well. Could sign Jacob Underwood. I think I'm going to sign Silas. We do have a big budget. He does have the best ratings. I'll bring in D'Antoni as well. I'll bring in Trent Peterson. And then nope, we don't need a new trainer. So let's hope. So dumb. It makes literally no sense. It makes no sense. Walter Forrest. Cool. Welcome to LA. So Steven Silas is going to be our new head coach. Has some pretty good ratings. Honestly, not bad whatsoever. So we're heading up to the draft right now. We do have the 17th overall pick from the Wizards. I just, unfortunately, probably am just never going to need that in any way, shape, or form. So future first from the Philadelphia 76ers is what it's going to be. Wiseman and Goga both coming back to us here. Grayson Allen and Colin Sexton will both get those qualifying offers. I don't really have a reason to trade either of those guys. We actually have money. Holy shit. Oh, because TJ Warren's a free agent as well. Okay, I didn't realize TJ Warren was a free agent. Actually, wait a minute. I might be able to do something dumb here. KD has 9 offers. 177.5 divided by 4 from the Heat. 0.15 divided by 4. So they're giving him $44 million a year. How much can I give him? Yeah, I can't give him $44 million. Okay, he's probably not going to come here. Jimmy Butler could be an option. It's not a bad option whatsoever. I am looking for a starting small forward. Michael Porter Jr. has an offer from the Nuggets. I'm sure they're probably going to match whatever he gets anyways. How much is why can't it tell me how much his qualifying is? Actually, it does tell you. I just am so dumb and didn't even look. Do I want to risk it and possibly go ahead and try to clear up money for a Kevin Durant? I kind of do. I think Larry Nance Jr. could be on the chopping block here. Maybe either trade him for a rookie contract or a first-round pick. Because I really do think we can do something with this team here. Vernon Carey Jr. is going to come in. He's only like 6'9", correct? Yeah, he's 6'9". So he's going to be my backup power forward for now. How much can I give KD a max now? All right, that's the max that lets me give KD. I'll give him a player option and no trade clause. He wants to come here. Now, I have to question how much money is the qualifying for Sexton. Because Rubio and Allen can go. I don't mind them. Okay, so KD's in here. Sexton's making it's an $8 million qualifying, so I need to clear up $4 million basically. Because I definitely do not want to disrenounce the rights on Colin Sexton. He was very, very important for me. So I either have to trade Goga, Kuminga, Wiseman. Okay, it's definitely going to be Goga, I think. Hopefully that if that's not enough and we're off by like $500,000, I'm going to be pretty pissed. But we're kind of taking a new route with this team. I just want a first-round pick, please. Come on, somebody. What? Mother of God. Seriously? Give me Cameron Payne, who just balled out, by the way, in the Phoenix and LA game. Campaign can now go. I mean, just come on. I don't want to keep playing this game all day. Okay, thank you, Phoenix. Do I have enough now? I do. Okay, so Kevin Durant's officially on this team. I have to ensure that Colin Sexton doesn't get an offer right now. We need one more day, and let me just make sure Sexton still doesn't have an offer. He does not. Looks like TJ Warren's going to be going to the Orlando Magic. Thank you for your time here, TJ. Kevin Durant's officially an LA Laker. Colin Sexton's going to be brought back on a pretty big contract, and this team is falling into line absolutely beautifully. Unfortunately, this is the thing I was talking about, that I pretty much always go ahead and sign somebody. I think it's kind of obvious that Jonathan Kuminga is really no longer needed here. I don't really need him off the bench. I definitely do need some other backup positions, so I'm either probably going to trade him for a center shooting guard or a point guard, and I'll see you guys with that move. The Sacramento Kings want to give me Tyrese Halliburton and Robert Woodard II for Jonathan Kuminga in a second-round pick. I will absolutely do that pretty much any day of the week. Halliburton's probably going to be our sixth man off the bench. So Woodard can now either get me, hopefully, a center. I could move Vernon Carey Jr. back to the center spot and just keep Robert Woodard. But I think I can improve. I do have a couple first-round picks here that I really don't plan on using. So, either a center. I also do have Money Udoka as a bouquet. Absolutely perfect. I don't have any former Lakers on this team, correct? No, I do not. So, I need a backup point guard, and then we can call this a day. TJ McConnell, absolutely perfect. Welcome to the team. This team is absolutely sick. I'll see you guys at the start. The third and final year. So year number 3, the third and final year. This team is absolutely sick. It came out literally in the perfect way that I wanted it to. It's not every rebuild that I have money by the second offseason to go ahead and sign some big free agents, because that's the thing that's tough. Like, I wish this free agency class that we just had, that we just had in this game, could switch a year with the one like previous to this. Like, first offseason versus second offseason's free agents could just switch, because that would be great. I could sign so many more free agents typically, because I never really have money by the third season, because I've already kind of built the foundation of the team, and I don't blow that up for typically one guy. So we did this the right way. I'm happy the way it came out. Kevin Durant's obviously one of the best players in the entire world, and I'm super excited to have him here in LA. So Brogdon, Sexton, Durant, Sabonis, and James Wiseman bench. I would say the bench probably lost a little bit of depth, but we obviously probably got a better player in Tyrese Halliburton. I didn't want to trade Kuminga, but we did get Halliburton off the bench, so he was a higher overall. I think he's probably a better player, so I'm excited with the move right there. And yeah, I'm excited to see. It is a pretty young bench except for TJ McConnell, but I still think it's probably going to work out for the best. And we probably do have a couple veterans down here just in case they need to get any minutes or whatever the hell the situation may be. So that is it for now. We made the finals last year without Kevin Durant. I'm hoping we can do it this year, except maybe win one. I'll see you guys at the end of the third and final season. Year number 3 comes to a close. We are number 1 here in the West Conference, number 1 in the power rankings. Trae Young gets an MVP for the Atlanta Hawks, 33.5 points, 3.5 boards, 12 assists. They and then the Knicks have a really good series going right now. In real life, they are up 3-1, but I think the Knicks could get another game. Victor's Rookie of the Year in Charlotte, Chet Holmgren, 6th man of the year. Like, you see an 87 overall. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's just... And what were his numbers again? 21.7. Yeah, it's just so dumb. Giannis Stevens, Player of the Year. Cade Cunningham, Most Improved. Nate McMillan, Coach of the Year, even though we won more games. Who's naming him? Is he the head coach of the Hawks? I don't know who he's the head coach of. Whatever. We got San Antonio in the first round. Kevin Durant had an unbelievable season for us. So did James Wiseman. Colin Sexton, 320-plus point per game, guys. 9 assists for Brogdon. I really do like this team, man. I really do like this team. I say that a lot, pretty much every rebuild. But, all right, that's the squad. Starting lineup there for San Antonio. Looks like they're finally, trying to get a rebuild in. But, unfortunately, thanks for coming. We got us and the New Orleans Pelicans here, obviously. We did make the trade for Anthony Davis in real life, but unfortunately he's no longer here. He's moved on to greener pastures. We went in 6 there. Us in Denver, who lost in the first round last year. Got a really solid squad there. Still a really nice young core right there. But we do... I don't know what's been going on with rebuilds lately, man. I really don't. Like... How is this not good enough? And... Whatever, dude. I'm getting sick of this shit, if I'm being honest. It's just, it sucks. Not 2K, not doing rebuilds, just the way that this shit always ends. It's really annoying. It's, like, frustrating. And, like, because you put in all this time, and, like, I don't know. I don't really care, if I'm being honest, anymore. All right, that does it for me. Sorry for the negative attitude. This game's just been pissing me off a lot lately. Like, I don't know what else it takes besides this. I'm not going to go ahead and sign Kawhi every video and put him... If I wanted to go ahead and blow this up and sign James Harden and put him next to Kevin Durant on this team and probably win a championship, I probably could. It's just boring. Seems like there's really only one aspect in any way to win in this game, and I don't want to do that. So that's just my opinion, but this game's really starting to piss me off. But that does it for me. If you have any other video ideas, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching. Love you guys. See you guys all in the next one.